man, friends and neighbors, or shall I say this afternoon.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise here, and Evan Milton getting ready to make his 5th start of the season as we are in Colorado to take on the Rockies. We are 8-8 so far on the year, and we're going to face Kyle Freeland in this one. He's pitched pretty well in his first 2 starts. He's 2-0 with an ERA of 3, 15 innings of work, and a whip that is below 1. And he hasn't walked anybody in those 15 innings, so looks like a guy that's likely to throw us a bunch of strikes. We're going to have to get aggressive perhaps and just try and get to him early and see if we can knock him out of the ball game like we have had some success doing with starting pitchers over the last couple of outings. We look at what he's got as far as a pitch arsenal. It's a fastball and sinker in the low 90s. He's also got a slider, a circle change, and a knuckle curve. So Pirates tend to hit the lefties pretty well. We'll see how they fare in this one. So Freeland gets the call on the fastball up at the belt, and now it's 1-2 to Ke'Bryan Hayes. The windup and the pitch is back up the middle and into center field. Nice piece of hitting there by Hayes as he reaches out and takes that one into center field for a leadoff single. That pitch was on the outside corner, but it was up a little bit, and Hayes able to get just enough of it to send it through for the first baseman of the ball game. Freeland has a pretty long, slow delivery to the plate. Hayes is going, didn't get a very good jump, but that one is up the middle. It's knocked down on the dive, but they are not going to have a play. Good thing Hayes was going there because he might have been able to have a shot at getting him at second. You know, the speed of Cruz, there was just no chance. But nonetheless, it's now first and second as Bryan Reynolds steps in. Reynolds hitting .328 at this point in the season, swinging the bat pretty well, but in the hole here, 1-2, and the pitch from Freeland is high. Gets away from the catcher, though. The runners are going to advance. That is big, because now no double play in order, as it is second and third on the pass ball there. It looked like Servant had a chance at that one, but not sure if he was crossed up or what. Gets away from him, and now a big opportunity early in this one for the Buccos. He's gone with 3 sliders, so that's the pitch that Reynolds maybe has in the back of his mind, and the windup in the pitch is hit hard. That's going to be backhanded at short. He's going to go across the diamond to get Reynolds, but Hayes will come in to score. Cruz stays put at second, and it's 1-0 Pirates, just like that. Now Evan Milton going to step in. He is hitting .355 with 4 home runs so far this year. So swinging the bat that well. He's 3-0 on the hill, so the rookie right-hander off to an outstanding start to his career. Freeland fires a fastball in there for strike 1. It's a sinker, rather. And now the 0-1 is called a strike, up and in with a slider there. And a quick 0-2 hole for Milton here to try and battle his way out of. The windup and the pitch is fouled away. Went inside with a fastball and jammed him, but a good job to just fight it off. Still 0-2, and the pitch is outside, and Milton just able to check his swing as the sinker almost got him to go. So it's now 1-2, and the pitch is hit back up the middle. That's going to get through into center field and score another run. It's going to be 2-0 Pirates as no throw. Well, the throw does end up going to the plate, but inadvertently. And it's an RBI single for Milton and a quick 2-run lead for the Pirates. Count even at 2 apiece to Santana. He is hitting just .188 on the season. The 2-strike pitch is a sinker that got him to go. He is down on strikes to end the inning. Freeland strands the runner at first, but Pirates get a couple. And we will get our first look at this Rockies offense as we go to the bottom of the first. So now it's 0-2 to Blackman. He goes to the changeup. That's a mistaken location, but Castro has it. Blackman hit that one hard, but nothing to show for it. Let's take a look at the Rockies lineup in this one, as it's Blackman, Profar, CJ Cron, McMahon struggling a little bit out of the gates. Brendan Rodgers will DH. Trejo at third. Doyle gets the start in center. Servin behind the dish with the pass ball in the first inning. And then Kyle Datris, not sure how you pronounce that one, but he's going to play shortstop for the Rockies today. Jason DeLay doing the catching today. Calls for a, well, I don't know what he called for, but Milton goes to the curveball down out of the zone and gets him swinging for his first strikeout of the ball game. Milton goes to the curveball here, left it up, and CJ Cron going against the shift here as he takes that into the right field corner. McCutcheon fields and gets it in, but that's going to be an easy stand-up double for CJ Cron. And Coloardo now a runner in scoring position for Ryan McMahon here with 2 away. So a nice pitch to get it back to 2-1, and he's going to double up on the changeup here. But a mistaken location again, and that one is into left center field for extra bases. The run will come in to score, so Coloardo able to get at least one here in their half of the first and respond after the 2 spot by the Pirates in the top of the inning. Now 1-2. And it's a fastball lifted into center field. Reynolds should have that one without much trouble. So that'll do it for the Rockies in the first, but a good job responding as they rally with 2 outs. A couple of doubles gets him a run. Ryan McCann with the RBI 2-bagger, and it's 2-1 after 1. Jason DeLay here with 2 away, not necessarily known for his offensive prowess, hitting just 105 on the season. The 2-1 pitch is hit hard, but that's going to be handled at third. And it's a 1-2-3 second inning for Freeland. And the Rockies will go back to work as it's 2-1 heading to the bottom of the second. It'll be Trejo, Doyle, and Servin due up for Coloardo. DeLay wants a curve. Milton will oblige, and that's a good location. He's going to hit a soft grounder to second. Castro has it, and there's 1 away. It's the 4th round pick from a few years ago. Cracking through to the major leagues, looking for his opportunity at the big league level, but he's going to ground out to first here as Santana flips to Milton covering, and now 2 away. I do not want to walk the 8-hitter and let them turn the order over, so I'm going to be a little bit conservative here with the location and just kind of try and challenge him with a fastball, and that works out as he hits a ground ball to Castro. It's a 1-2-3 second for Milton, and the Pirates lead 2-1. 2 outs for Brian Reynolds. 0 for 1 so far in this one, and behind in the count, 0-1. And he gets a fastball that's up and over the heart of the plate, rips it into center field, but it's going to hang up and be caught for the final out of the inning. It's 9-1-2 due up for the Rockies as it's 2-1 heading to the bottom of the third. Milton going back to work. Solid second inning there. He's at 32 pitches through those first couple of innings of work, but was definitely much sharper in the second inning as he was able to hold him scoreless, and it's going to be a 1-pitch ground out as Hayes sends that one across the diamond for the first out of the inning. Now it's Charlie Blackmon. Hit a hard ground ball right at Castro his first time up. He wants another curve. I don't think that's the greatest idea. We're going to go fastball down away and try and induce some action here. Oh, come on. That's a really good location, and honestly not even that nice of a swing from Charlie Blackmon, but he puts the bat on the ball, and when you do that, good things can happen as he slices that one down the line. It's just fair into the corner for a 1-out double. He wants a fastball up and in again, and I'm going to go with it. Lifted short down the right field line into foul territory. Santana under that one for the second out. Don't throw him anything too good here. We're going to try the slider, really try and get it down and away here. In the dirt, that's blocked. DeLay recovers, throws to third, but not in time. So Blackmon will advance 90 feet as he's now on third with 2 down and a full count to CJ Cron. You look here, the pitch didn't really get that far away from DeLay, but good base running there to immediately break, and he just gets in at third. Now the 3-2 pitch is crushed. He throws it right down the middle. CJ Cron sends it deep to center field and gone for a 2-run shot, and the Rockies grab the lead here in the third. just a mistaken location. He wanted that pitch up and in, and we'll take a look here at the location, just center cut, and you just can't do that at this level. Even when I'm making good pitches, a lot of times, just not getting the results that we're looking for. There's a swing and a miss for the strikeout to end the inning. The Rockies get a pair thanks to the home run from CJ Cron, and they lead this thing 3-2. Top of the fourth now, and it's going to be Evan Milton to lead things off for the Buccos. He's 1 for 1, singled in a run back in the first. Freeland at 46 pitches entering the fourth inning here. So the Pirates doing a pretty good job of working that pitch count a little bit as he gets a sinker in there for strike one. The 0-1 pitch is lifted into right field. He had one to hit there, but got under that. That's going to be pretty routine, and that's the first out of the inning. Pitch number 7 coming here from Freeland as McCutchen fouled that one away to stay alive, and there's a mistaken location. A changeup right down the middle, and McCutchen crushes that ball. A no-doubter into the left field bleachers to draw things even at 3 apiece as the Pirates respond, and this has been a back-and-forth affair so far, as we are now tied at 3. So following the McCutchen home run, it's Carlos Santana. Count 0-1 here with 1 out. He gets a pitch to hit. That ball is torched into left, and he took a step in, and that ball gets over his head. Extra bases for Santana as he is in the second with a double, and 1 away here, so an opportunity for the Pirates to maybe grab the lead if they can get another base hit. Castro tried to check his swing there, but unable to do so, and now it's quickly 0-2 to the switch hitter. And he chases a slider down and in, the back foot variety. That is such a tough pitch to pick up when you're just breaking in and down on you. And he is down on strikes with an ugly-looking swing there, so it's going to take a 2-out knock to get that run in, and Connor Joe steps in for the Pirates. Count stays 1-2 as he fights that one off, and Santana extending his lead out there at second with 2 away here in the inning. The pitch from Freeland is hit to third. That's going to be handled on the backhand, throws it across the diamond, and Cron has it to put him away and end the inning. But Andrew McCutchen has tied this thing up with the solo shot. It's 3-3 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. But Rogers not able to do much with it as he was late to recognize the movement on that one, and now he's jammed on an inside slider, and that's routine for Castro, now 1 away. And if you're Milton here, you're really anxious for a, stress-free inning, and that helps right there, as that's going to be routine for McCutchen. And quickly 2 away now, 61 pitches to this point as Brent Doyle steps in, because that's a tough pitch to not pull the trigger on. And now a fastball gets right down the middle, but got it by him for the final out of the inning. So Milton sets him down in order. It's 3-3 as we head to the 5th. You really want to see Cruz in scoring position if you can. And now 2-0. This is probably a good pitch to go on. Not likely to do a pitch out, obviously, and run the count to 3-0. And a slide step is probably not the best idea. And not the greatest jump from Cruz, but it doesn't take much of a jump as slow as Freeland's motion is to the plate. He's got his 2nd stolen base of the year. As you can see there, it's not a good jump. That play still not even close at second. Now it's 3-1. Cruz extends his lead at second. It's a slider that's hanging. That's into left field, and Cruz is going to come around to score. It's a 2-out rally for the Pirates as Cruz gives them the lead 4-3 on the RBI knock from Brian Reynolds. Nice piece of hitting there, 3-1. Stayed back on that slider and just smokes it through the hole. Now it's going to be Evan Milton stepping in with an opportunity to keep this inning going. Reynolds doesn't steal a lot, but would not be surprised to see him try to go as well, as we've seen the ability to steal bases against Freeland is definitely noteworthy. And there's another stolen base, wasting no time. He goes on the first pitch and picks up his first stolen base of the year. And the pitch was nowhere close, really. It's 1-0 to Milton. And now 86 pitches from Freeland, as that's becoming a little bit of an issue. Milton hits this one hard, but right at him at short, and that's going to do it for the Pirates in their half of the 5th. The Buccos grabbed the lead 4-3 as we're halfway home in this one. And it's Milton coming back to the hill. And let's see where the Rockies are due up in the order. I believe it's towards the bottom. As, yes, it's going to be 8-9-1 due up. And ideally for Milton, you get a stress-free inning here while also not using a lot of pitches, because then you could probably go back out there for at least the 6th and try and get yourself a quality start. Serving a good at-bat here as it's pitch number 76 for the game. Grounded to Santana, steps on the bag himself, and that's the first out. Pumps in a fastball there for strike one. And the 0-1 pitch is chalked just in front of the mound. Milton's going to have to hurry here, but a nice play there gets him by a step and a half, and that's the second out. Looking for the put-away pitch. Goes up with a fastball, and Reynolds should get to that one. So it's a 1-2-3 fifth for Milton as we played 5, and it's 4-3 Pirates with 5, 6, 7 due up. It'll be McCutchen, Santana, and Castro. Gets the swing and a miss on the slider off the plate there. Now it's 2-2 to McCutchen. And he hangs one, but McCutchen could not stay back as he swings through that one for the first out of the inning. Lawrence perhaps struggling with command here. Just walked Choi, and now it's 3-1 to Castro. And that pitch is hit hard, but right at CJ Cron, who sends it down to shortstop for the second, or for the out at second. And it's going to be a 3-6-3 double play to get him out of the inning. Castro was looking for something to hammer there, but a little bit too anxious as he just beats it into the ground. And the Pirates unable to do anything here in their half of the 6th. Delay wants a fastball. Milton shakes him off, goes changeup, and just froze him. So that's the first out of the inning, and that's a big one, as at least you come up against CJ Cron with nobody on here. You really need to locate this well. The 2-2 pitch is chopped in front of the plate. Milton going to have to hurry here. Cron doesn't run very well, though, and they're going to get him with relative ease. That's a big second out right there, and Milton at 95 pitches, 1 out away from a quality start if he can get Ryan McMahon here and not have him quite fresh and ready for his next outing. 0-2. Got him swinging to end it. That is an excellent job by Evan Milton. Again, not necessarily his best stuff today. Made some mistake pitches. CJ Cron did a good job, obviously doing some damage, but just 4 hits allowed, 3 runs, as we are now through 6 innings. And the Pirates come up here with a new arm coming in. It's going to be Brad Hand making his 6th appearance of the season. He's worked 6 1/3, also has not allowed a run. So the Rockies bullpen arms have been pretty good so far from what we've seen, at least in this one. All right, so we know Milton's going to be coming out of the game, so we're going to quick manage the rest of the way. Brad Hand staying in the game here, so Connor Joe hits lefties well. We're going to let him go. Round out, Delay stays in as well. Hayes, so nothing going there. And now for the bullpen situation, it's the 7th inning. I think my plan is going to be, let's try and get what we can out of Dwayne Underwood. They've got 5 righties coming up in a row, and he may face all 5 of them. Single. Caught him stealing. That's big. Double. Single, and the game is tied. Dang it. So that goes down as a blown save. It's really what I believe should be called a blown hold, but that means no decision for Milton in this one. Brad Hand staying in the game. Since it's a 1-run game or less, we can steal here. So he's into second with a stolen base. McCutchen draws a walk. So Choi is due up, but Santana started this game, so we don't really have a pinch hit option here. We just got to let him go lefty on lefty.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and they help us out by changing pitchers, but it worked out for them. Now Blackman doesn't hit righties as well as he does lefties, so even though it's a righty-lefty matchup here, actually, you know what though? Underwood was not very sharp that last inning. We're going to go ahead and just make the change. We're going to go with Beeks here, try and see if we can hold him. And, of course, he singles. A base open. Cron is same thing. He's not quite as good against lefties. I'm going to pitch to him, and that worked out. All right, so we're going to the 9th. Pierce Johnson's still out there. We're going to start making some substitutions here as they come around. And so far, none of them have paid dividends. Awesome. All right, 9th inning here. They've got a bunch of righties coming up again. We're going to go with DeYoung here. I want to try and save Bednar until it's a save situation, if we get to that. Starts off the inning with a walk. All right, so extra innings now. Hayes at the plate, Rodriguez at second. Strikeout, fly out, single, but they got him at the plate. That is big. We need an out from Chase DeYoung here. And now I think actually, let's let him pitch to Blackman. He walked him, that's okay. Now let's go with Garcia. Uh-oh. And he walks 2 guys in a row and the game's over. That's a tough loss right there. It was back and forth the whole way. Milton exits with the lead, and then we promptly give it up and then can't score anymore. So that's a tough one, but it happens. We fall 5-4 and are below 500 now on the season. So let's head back to the main screen here. We're going to have 3 games in between here, and I don't think we'll need to be doing any scouting, so this should be a relatively quick intermission before the next start for Milton, which should be right here against the Reds, and we're going to face Hunter Green again. So there you go. All right, let's see what we've got due on tap here. It's Contreras versus Senzatella. So sit tight, and we'll be right back. All right, so we got a pretty comfortable win in this one. We fell behind 1-0. Contreras gave a leadoff home run up to start the ball game, and then settled in and pitched pretty well. And we pick up 6 runs to cruise to a victory here. We'll take a look at the box score. Milton had a pretty nice day. He was 2 for 3. Had a double and a couple of stolen bases, so he's got 5 of those now on the season. Contreras ends up going 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks, just 3 strikeouts, but only 1 earned run, and gets the win to improve to 2-2 on the year. And then Chase DeYoung came in and pitched the 7th. We scored a couple more runs to get it out of a save situation or whatever. So Velazquez came in and finished things off, going 2 innings, allowing just 1 hit. So good win for the Pirates there. The next day is going to be Mitch Keller against Jose Urena. Remember, Keller pitched well in his last start, so we'll see if he can keep things on track. Well, here's a frustrating game. We lose 6-5, as you can see by the line score there, but the story doesn't end there. So we just look at the stats here real quick. Brian Reynolds, a couple of hits. Evan Milton was 1 for 3, had an RBI, scored a couple runs, drew a walk, stole a base. Pretty good game for him. We had 1 error. And then Mitch Keller comes in, and he goes 5 1/3, then gives up a hit and then a walk. I bring him out of the game, and Yarlene Garcia comes in facing 2 lefties in a row and gives up singles to both of them, and then another single before I can even get him out of the game. So now the game is tied 4-4. Actually, no. At that point, it was 4-3, or maybe even 4-1. Then I bring in Dwayne Underwood, and he promptly gives up the lead. They tie the game at 4. So he ends up pitching the next inning and does, or at least okay, before I eventually pull him, and Jalen Beeks comes in and gives up an unearned run that ties the game. Then we go and have to just bring in another arm in the 8th inning. It's Johan Oviedo. He gives up a walk and then a triple, and that was the game-winning run. So just not a very good job by the bullpen today at all. Nobody really did very well. You've got Yarlene Garcia pitched the worst and is the only one that doesn't get credited with a blown save or a loss, which statistics like that just drive me absolutely crazy because it's not reflective of what actually happened in the game, and that's what the point of the box score is supposed to be. But bottom line, we lose this one 6-5, and it's a game that we absolutely should have won. And now we are in a situation where we're a game below 500, but still tied for first as we start this 3-game series against the Reds. And the first game of the series is going to be Brubaker versus Luis Cessa. So we'll see if we can pick up a win and find ourselves in first place in the division. All right, so we got a nice win in this one. We take it 4-3. And we trailed 3-0, so we did a good job battling back in this one, and it was basically the opposite of what happened in the last game in terms of the bullpen situation. So look at the box score here. They ended up getting 6 hits, 6 walks, and 8 strikeouts. We end up with 7 hits, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Really big day for O'Neal Cruz. He went 3 for 4, a double shy of the cycle, and drove in 3 runs. Tucupita Marcano stole a base, and that was kind of big because at the time there were 2 outs in that inning. Then with a base open, I don't know what they were, the situation. I can't imagine they'd be pitching around Endy Rodriguez, but he draws a walk, and that's when O'Neal Cruz hits a 3-run homer. So that was absolutely massive. And then if we look here, it was the inning before that Cruz hits a triple, and then we get him home on a sac fly or something along those lines. So, and then in terms of the bullpen for us, let's look at the pitching staff situation here. So Brubaker was okay. 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 walks. Those numbers aren't that bad. 3 earned runs isn't the end of the world either. He struck out 7, and then DeYoung came in, gave up a double and then a walk, and I'm thinking, here we go again. And then he strikes a guy out and gets a double play to get out of the inning. Then Jalen Beeks gets a hold, giving up a hit and a walk, so there was a little bit of stress with that. Dwayne Underwood able to get them out of that jam in the 8th inning, and then Bednar comes in, gets the first 2 guys, and then allows a walk to Elly De La Cruz, and then picks him off to end the game. So it was a pretty good ball game. We pick up a win. We're now 10-10 on the season, and should be a game up in the division. So the next one is going to be a matchup of the opening day ball game, except this time it's at PNC Park, as Milton now 3-0 on the year. Hunter Green 1-0 with a 2.66 ERA. So sit tight. We'll be heading out to PNC to see if we can win Game 2 of the series. And here we are at the beautiful PNC Park in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where it's the Pirates hosting the Reds as we get ready for first pitch in this one. Evan Milton going to be going to the mound looking for win number 4 on the season. The Pirates coming into this one at a record of 10-10, a game up in the division. You see the numbers for Milton so far this year. He's been really solid, a 2.45 ERA, a whip just above 1, just 3 walks allowed in 33 innings of work, and he has struck out 32 over that stretch. Looking for his 4th win of the year, and getting things started for the Reds is De La Cruz, as he is hitting 236, no power so far this season, got tons of speed, tons of potential, and definitely a player for this franchise to be excited about. So good at bat here from De La Cruz, and a chance to get things started on a positive note for the Reds, and he walks to start off the ball game, and what you want to see if you are Evan Milton. So still 0-1 here. as Milton shakes off Rodriguez, and it's a slide step and a fastball in for strike two, but a terrible throw by Endy Rodriguez, and De La Cruz is in with his fourth stolen base of the year. He had a pretty good jump, but with the slide step, a really good throw may have been able to get him, but that one not even close. And now 0-2 to Kevin Newman and a runner in scoring position. Wouldn't put it past De La Cruz to try and steal third as well, and that's going to get him over there with one away here as Newman grounds out to second, and a runner now just 90 feet away with one out. And let's look at the Reds lineup here, as it's De La Cruz, Newman, Stevenson, Will Myers batting cleanup, then Fraley, Indiana, Jason Vossler, TJ Friedel will DH, hitting .310 so far this season, and Stuart Fairchild will play center field with Nick Senzel getting the day off. He was out in front of that one, and the count stays 0-2. 0-2 pitch is a slider off the plate down and away, and he got him swinging for a big second out right there. So now it's going to be up to Will Myers with two away to try and get that run home. Milton with the pitch. That's going to be grounded to third. Hayes should be able to handle that one, no trouble, and good job by Milton to strand that runner. So it's a leadoff walk, but this one doesn't come around to score as he's able to leave him at third, and we go to the bottom of the first. We are still scoreless. Here's a look at Hunter Green's numbers so far this year. Pretty similar to what Milton has done in terms of his whip, but fewer innings, one less start. But this is a guy that definitely also very exciting player in terms of the franchise there in Cincinnati. They expect him to be the ace of this squad for quite some time. So quickly 0-2 to O'Neal Cruz, and Hunter Green winds and fires, and that ball is smoked into left center field. Oh, that one's actually going to go all the way to the wall. This is going to be a triple, and maybe more for Cruz as he is flying. Here comes the throw. He is going to try to score. The throw is going to get him at the plate. He got greedy. It's a leadoff triple, and they just get him at home as he went for the inside the Parker. You see there, he tries to cut it off, can't get to it, and stumbles down. So Fraley's got to come all the way over to try and field it in deep left center, and that's a good relay to just barely get him at the plate. And what an interesting start to the ball game, but man, does that hurt when you get caught trying to stretch a triple into an inside the park home run on the first play of the game. Hayes, perhaps a little bit conservative there, taking a fastball down the middle. The count now 0-2, and he chases way up out of the zone, and he was late on that one anyway. Ugly at bat for Hayes as he takes a couple of strikes and then swings at the first pitch that's outside of the zone, and he's down on just 3 pitches. So 2 quick strikes to Reynolds now, and the 0-2 pitch is lifted into left center field. That is actually going to be caught, so it's 9 pitches for Hunter Green in the first. It was a triple, but he faces the minimum, and we go to the bottom of, or the top of the second now, still with no score. Good job battling here. The count stays 1-2, and now it's a backdoor curve, got him swinging. Tough at bat there from Fraley, but he ends up going down on strikes. But at least he made Milton work. He's now up to 22 pitches with 1 out here in the second. Rodriguez wanted a changeup. Milton disagrees, goes to the fastball up and in, and he freezes India for another strikeout. That's 2 away now as he just couldn't pull the trigger on the inside fastball. So Milton going to try and pull the string on him here. He left it up, but got it out off the plate. Fooled him with the arm action as he must have read fastball there. Ends up reaching at that one and looked pretty ugly. He's down on strikes as Milton strikes out the side in order here in the second. We go to the bottom of the second. We're still scoreless. It's going to be Milton to lead things off here in the bottom of the second as well. Remember, Hunter Green needing just 9 pitches to get through the first inning as he misses high with that one, and the count 1-0. Not sure if you noticed, but some aesthetic changes and equipment changes for Evan Milton as he added the chin guard there, elbow guard, shin guard, wearing some sleeves. He's got the the pants up as far as showing the high socks. So we made some changes there to try and make him a little bit more of a flashy player, I guess you would say. Had a fastball to hit there, but just a bit late and under it, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Count now 2-1 for G-Man Choi with 2 down here in the inning and nobody on. And another hittable fastball, but that's the 3rd one in a row where the Pirates hitters just getting under it, unable to square it up. And after 2 innings, it is still 0-0. 8-9-1 due up for the Reds. Evan Milton going back to work. Pitched a very solid 2nd inning, striking out the side. He's at 31 pitches so far, so no major issues on that front, but want to see him be a little bit more efficient. You know, good inning is considered around 12 pitches, but that's assuming that basically, you know, you're kind of getting, you know, you're getting results within the first 3 or 4 pitches of an at-bat. That's essentially the objective that you're shooting for. And through 8 hitters, he's at 32 pitches. So that's kind of right around where you're okay with it, but you'd like to see it maybe hovering closer to the 3 per plate appearance than 4. Here's the pitch where you want to get some action. Goes to the slider. He wanted it away, but he starts it in off the plate, breaks into the middle of the zone, and Fairchild read it as a fastball and was out in front. He's down on strikes for the 2nd out of the inning. Milton, the 2-0 pitch, winds and delivers. That one is hit hard, but right at G-Man Choi. Reds go down in order, and they have been hitless through these first 3 innings. So good start for Evan Milton, but the Pirates looking to get the bats going as it's going to be Mitchell, Marcano, and Rodriguez due up. Just 31 pitches so far for Hunter Green as he's got 2 outs here in the 3rd, and Andy Rodriguez hits this one hard. Diving stop by Jonathan India as he is going to get him to end the inning. And we are scoreless after 3 as Hunter Green sets him down in order. He has faced the minimum through these first 3 innings. We've only seen a couple of base runners, a hit for the Pirates and a walk for the Reds. And after 3, it's 0-0. He's out in front of that one. So he's had some timing issues so far in this at bat. And there's another fastball from Milton that gets him to pop it up on the infield. And Choi has it for the first out. Now Tyler Stevenson struck out in his first plate appearance. Milton going to try and start him off with a breaking ball here and gets a first pitch soft grounder to 3rd. Hayes sends it across the diamond, and Choi has that one for the 2nd out. Now he's got him 1-2 and looking for a strikeout to end this inning. That ball, though, is going to be hammered up the middle into center field for the first base hit of the game for the Reds. Now you got to come with something in the zone here more than likely. You don't want to give them a full count and give them a chance to put that runner in motion. But nice piece of hitting by Fraley there as he serves one into left. It's back-to-back singles for the Reds. And honestly, both of those singles came on pretty decent pitches. You see the location there from Milton. That's on the outside corner. It was maybe a little bit up relative to where he would have wanted it, but on a 2-2 pitch, you're really just trying to make sure that you get a strike and avoid that full count. Good piece of hitting by Fraley to extend the inning, and now a runner in scoring position for Jonathan India. Now 1-2. Fastball is popped up. Cruz is under that one, and the Reds are going to strand a couple. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be top of the order due up for the Pirates. O'Neal Cruz to kick things off. Reynolds trying to draw this pitch or this at bat out, but now 2-2. And he pulls the string on a changeup and had him out in front. He's down on strikes to end the inning, and Hunter Green is looking really sharp through these first 4 innings. We are scoreless as we head to the 5th here in Pittsburgh. He wants a curve. We're going to do it, but we're going to just try and throw a get-me-over curve. And that was over. It was right down the middle, and Vossler able to deliver a leadoff single here in the 5th. TJ Friedel, I think he runs okay, but you hit it hard and on the ground, and that one is fair down the 3rd base line. Thankfully, it hits that, little outcropping there, and we're able to hold him to just 1 base, but that pitch was hit pretty hard. Not a great location on that one. And 2 runners on here in the 5th, and the Pirates are going to go talk to Evan Milton. This is a big situation. At this point in the game, the way Hunter Green is pitching, you really need to try and minimize damage. You got the 9-hitter at the plate, perhaps a bunt situation here to try and get 2 runners into scoring position for the top of your order. But no sign of bunt there from Fairchild. Wouldn't mind a ground ball to third here to start a 5-4-3 double play, but we'll take a 4-6-3 double play if we can hurry, but we're not going to be able to get it. Fairchild runs pretty well. We almost didn't even get it out at second as softly as that ball was hit. So now runners on the corners, and it's Ellie De La Cruz, and he'd have to hit one really hard right at one of the middle infielders here if we're likely to get any kind of double play. The strikeout here would be absolutely massive, because then we don't have to worry about the double play with the speed of De La Cruz, and he got him swinging for a huge second out right there. So now it's up to Kevin Newman with 2 down. He has popped out and grounded out and hitless so far in the series. So late on 2 straight fastballs. Going to try and blow it by him. He pops it up the elevator shaft. Andy Rodriguez fires the mask away and is under it and squeezes that one to end the inning. Great job by Milton to work out of that. So the mound visit gets the job done as he is able to escape danger. The Reds get a couple of hits, but they aren't able to capitalize. We're halfway home in this one, and it is still scoreless here in Pittsburgh. And it's going to be Evan Milton due to lead things off, as Hunter Green still has faced the minimum in this ball game. Just 1 hit allowed. And again, it was that triple where they got Cruz at the plate. That is just such an interesting situation when, you know, we're in a scoreless ball game, and how big is it that they didn't get a run in that inning now, the way both of these pitchers have kind of settled in since then. He went to a couple of changeups early in the at-bat here. Now he's gone fastball twice in a row. The count's even. And Milton looking for a changeup down in the zone here. And there it is. Come on, stay back. There it is. Nice piece of hitting by the rookie. And he takes it up the middle for a base hit. This is a definite steal situation here with his speed and the situation being scoreless. We definitely want to get him into scoring position. I would imagine that they are obviously aware of that, so we can probably expect a slide step or a pitch out to try and make it difficult for him to steal. And he comes with a, routine 102-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle to start off the at-bat. And now he goes to the slide step and hits the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2 to Jack Sawinski. Milton hasn't even really had a chance to think about, taking off. Now 0-2, he fouls one off, and I think we got to send him right here. I'm still thinking that they might try a pitch out, but they just haven't gone there yet. And there he goes. That's a changeup that Sawinski swings through, but Milton, an easy stolen base there. Interesting that the Reds did not throw over or pitch out to try and keep him close. Misses outside, and now the count 3-1 to G-Man Choi. You've got a base open. They challenge him with a fastball up, and he takes it into center field. They may have a play at the plate here, but Milton just too fast. He is in to score, and the Pirates have the lead. RBI knock for G-Man Choi, and Choi gives them the lead, but now 0-2 to Cal Mitchell. And ugly at bat there. Takes a couple of strikes. They were borderline strikes, but then he chases one up out of the zone and is down on just 3 pitches, and that was not ideal. Fouls that one back. Choi will be taking off again here with 3-2 and 2 out. And that one is lifted into right field, but is going to stay in play, and that's going to be a can of corn in right. The Pirates do get on the board as G-Man Choi drives in Evan Milton for the first and only run of the ball game so far. It's 1-0 as we head to the 6th. Milton's going to try and challenge him with a fastball up and in here, and got him looking. Just could not pull the trigger. Not a very good at bat there from Stevenson, as he never took the bat off his shoulder and goes down on strikes. Milton is at 86 pitches, so this is probably the last inning for him. But they'd like to get him through 6 and get him that quality start. He's in position for the win if he can. Oh, come on, get up and get him. Get up, get it. Ooh, they rule him safe at first. Will Myers just barely able to beat that one out. And the Pirates are going to go ahead and ask them to just take a look at this one. It's the 6th inning. If you don't get it, yeah, you lose your challenge, but it's late in the ball game anyway, and you don't know if you'll get another chance to challenge anyway. So we'll take a second here and get a look at the replay, as I think he's going to be ruled safe. And in the process of that play, Tucupita Marcano was actually hurt as well. So it's going to be Rodolfo Castro coming off the bench as the defensive replacement.
Your attention, please.
And they did roll Will Myers safe at first there. So a runner on and one away. Now 0-1 to Vossler. Looking for a ground ball here. That's lifted into the gap in right center field, but he missed that one. Mitchell is under that, and that's the second out of the inning. And Milton 1 out away from a quality start, but in another situation where the bullpen's going to have to help him late to get him the victory. A full count, 2 outs. The runner will be moving here. This could be the last pitch that we see from Evan Milton. Pitch number 96 is a curve that is grounded to short. Cruz fields, throws across the diamond to get him, and that is 6 scoreless innings of work for Evan Milton, as he was just really sharp in this one. Great day for the rookie right-hander, as it's 9-1-2 due up for the Pirates, and we're going to go to the quick manage scenario from here on out. And as you can see here, Hunter Green, the energy is a little bit of an issue at this point, but he has pitched really well. But we started getting to him in the 5th, so not sure how much leash he has got left. So let's get after it here. He strikes out Endy Rodriguez, strikes out O'Neal Cruz, and then Hayes hits it hard, but right at somebody to end the inning. Now we got to go to the bullpen, and it's going to be Garcia here in the 7th. Lefty due to start things off. He issues a walk. He gets a line out. Come on, get a double play. Fairchild has pretty good speed. De La Cruz is better against righties, so we'll go ahead and leave him in to face him here, but let's throw over first. Good job. So he got out of the inning without any damage. Milton is on an error, and we can steal here because it's a 1-run game. That's big. He's in the scoring position. Oh, no! This doesn't make sense. How does G-Man Choi get a double, but Evan Milton isn't able to score from second with his speed? I don't understand that, but whatever. I really want to go to Underwood here, but he's a little bit fatigued, so I'm going to try Chase DeYoung here, and this is a test for him. 2, 3, 4 due up. And now he's got the leadoff man on. We need a double play. We got the ground ball, but we had to take the out at first. And there goes the lead. So again, no decision for Evan Milton. That's frustrating. But they've thrown 2 of our guys out at the plate, and now we're losing. Dang it. Okay, so they're going to Lucas Sims. He's a righty, so we still have all the matchups in there that we want for the most part. Castro, maybe not necessarily. And I'll tell you what, he hasn't been swinging the bat well. And, oh no, oh, it's Marcano that got hurt. How has Bay been swinging the bat? He's only had 15 at bats, and he has not done much with them. I still think we want him in there hoping for a ground ball, but also if he does hit one at somebody, hopefully we stay out of the double play. But I'm actually going to go hit and run here. At least we got him in the scoring position. Come on, Cruz. Come on, Hayes. Dang it. I'm going to go ahead and use Oviedo here in the 9th.
Number 24,
All right, good job. We've got the part of the order here where we might have a chance. They bring in Diaz, one of the best closers in the game. Strikeout, ground out, single, fly out, and we lose. That is just a frustrating loss. Multiple guys thrown out the plate. That leadoff triple situation where they got Cruz at home was tough to swallow. And then we blow the lead, and Milton gets a no decision. He went 1 for 4, a couple of stolen bases, scored a run. Let's look at his final line pitching as well. 6 innings, 5 hits, and a walk, 7 strikeouts. So he has basically maintained that, pace of a whip right around 1, walks per 9 right around 1, and Ks per 9 right around 9. So those are all pretty good benchmarks, and he is, doing really well. I could have actually left him in a little bit longer now that I think about it, because we've got the day off coming on Monday. But his pitch count was getting up there. I think we would have gone to the bullpen there regardless, and so it wouldn't have mattered. But that's a loss. We're back to a tie at the top of the division. The Cardinals a half game back. So it's pretty tight, and we're in the early race. Next game is going to be Nick Lodolo versus Ronzi Contreras. Well, this one got interesting, but we ended up pulling off a victory. We win at 6-5. We were up 5-0, and then 6-1 going into the 9th before they rallied, but they came up short. Actually, I meant to look at the box score there, so we'll look at it here. We gave up 9 hits and 6 walks, struck out 7. They got a couple of homers, one from Votto, one from Jonathan India. We end up with 13 hits, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Evan Milton goes 1 for 4. The average sitting at 353. Rodolfo Castro had a 3-run bomb. Good day for him. Well, really, that was all he did offensively, but still consider that a good day. Ronzi Contreras was really sharp, with the exception of the walks. 7 innings, just 4 hits allowed and 1 run, but he did walk 6 guys, which is not ideal. But he gets the victory, goes to 3-2 on the year, struck out 5 in the process. Velasquez comes in, pitches a scoreless 8th, then gets an out in the 9th before giving up 4 straight hits. We bring, and the last one was the 3-run homer to, I can't remember exactly how it all unfolded, but anyway, he gives up a 3-run homer to Joey Votto. Then it's a 2-run game, so we bring in David Bednar, and he promptly gives up a home run to Jonathan India before getting the last 2 outs to secure his 6th save of the season. All right, next up, we actually have some scouting maybe to do here. All right, so let's take a look. I don't think we're going to need to make a whole lot of adjustments to these first 2. But this is what we wanted to see. Daryl Justice, while he did drop from what we had as number 1 on our board to number 3, he's still, way up there and clearly the best position player available from what we have seen. So I think it's still a situation where we want to go ahead and stick with him, because we might look at Alexis Chavez, but he's 21 years old, and he's more of like a speed and defense contact hitter type. And I'd rather have a guy with some pop if I can get that, especially out of a corner infield position. And then no other position players in the top 10 except for Brian Freitas. And he's a power hitter with some pretty good speed. Also 21 years old, so maybe we look at him at some point. But I think we're going to leave Daryl Justice as our target there. Try and get him fully scouted. Because you look here, he's got really good pop, decent contact ratings, good speed, and decent defensive ratings. But he's only 19, which gives us a little bit of an advantage there because we probably get a couple of extra years out of them. But I'm not afraid to take a 21-year-old. We're going to take who we think is the best player, even if we're only going to get him for 10 years instead of 12 years. So you got to kind of think that way if you ask me. Now, let's just look at first baseman in the Eastern geographic region to just kind of see how things are shaping up here. Richard Rodriguez, those, still look pretty good, so I think we'll go ahead and leave him on there. And then Kurt Light is dropping to where he may end up being somebody that we look at in the second or third round, but he probably won't be there if the MLB draft rank has him at 25th. It's highly unlikely that he falls into, the late second round kind of thing. So we'll go ahead and just leave those go for right now and then look at international pitchers to see how things are shaping up there. Bernardo Samuels staying way up at the top of my board here. Still looks like high B to low to mid A potential and probably high 60s overall. He's already 22 years old. But what I like here is his draft rank according to the MLB is 29th. There's an outside shot. Maybe we could get him with our second pick. It's probably not going to happen, though. Let's see. Campaneris is trending in the right direction. I want guys at this situation that realistically are, the MLB has them ranked in like the 60s or 70s, and I have them in the top 30 or whatever, so that I can pick them second or maybe even third. I'm not taking a starting pitcher with our number one pick. That guy's trending the wrong direction. That one's trending in the right direction. 18 years old. Could be some serious upside with Yamazaki. Leo Rosales. That's a perfect example. MLB overall ranking has him 75th. We have him 33rd, and we're not even done scouting him yet. There's a chance I could get him with my third pick there late in the second round with one of those compensation picks, which would be awesome. I don't think I need to look at this a whole lot because we'll get a better look at it as we get closer to the draft. So let's get this game done with Ashcraft and Keller, who has pitched pretty well in his last couple starts. We'll see if he can keep it going and keep us in first as we're back on top by a game in the division. All right, we did get the win, 5-2. This one was pretty smooth throughout for the most part. They helped us out with a bunch of errors. We'll get a look at that in a second. We held them to just 5 hits and 4 walks and struck out 9, which is a pretty solid effort. And then I'll just show you their pitching line. They did give us a bunch of errors, but we didn't make it pay for the most part, as only one unearned run in the ball game. But it taxed their pitching staff, which probably, helped us. So anyway, O'Neal Cruz got another home run. It's not his first of the year. The stats are just busted for whatever reason down there. But Milton goes 0 for 3 with a couple of walks. His average down to 341, but still up there among the league leaders. He was also caught stealing yet again early in the ball game. Mitch Keller was pretty sharp in this one. He did walk 4 guys, but just 5 hits allowed, 2 earned over 7 innings. So pretty good start for him. Struck out 7. Jalen Beeks gets a hold. Dwayne Underwood closed out the 8th. And then David Bednar, a perfect 9th, gets his 7th save of the year, but the ERA still pushing up around double digits, which is certainly not where we want to see it. We've got a day off here, so we'll go ahead and advance through that. And now I'll look at the standings. We're a game up 20. Wait. Oh, we've got J.D. Brubaker, so one more game to simulate here before we wrap up the episode. We're a game up in the division. The Cardinals playing pretty well of late, winners of 7 out of 10 to jump ahead of the Reds into second place. And it's going to be Dustin May going for the Dodgers as we get them at home, but this is going to be a tough series. We'll see if we can pull off a series victory, but let's get this one done and then we'll wrap up the episode. Well, we got a win, but it was a frustrating one, and we'll show you why here in a second. Great day for Endy Rodriguez, player of the game honors, 3 for 4, a homer, a double, and a couple of RBIs. But as you can see, we took the lead into the ninth. Bednar came in and blew it, and then we managed to at least come back and score in the bottom of the ninth to get the win, but he has just not been good for us so far this year. A look at the box score. We only gave up 5 hits, 6 more walks, which those have been a little bit of an issue for this team, 7 strikeouts, and then offensively, we had just 7 hits, but 3 of them were home runs, all solo jobs, 1 for Milton. He and Sawinski went back-to-back in the, I think, 4th inning, maybe 5th inning, can't remember. And then 4 walks, we struck out 11 times on the day. So Milton, Sawinski, and Rodriguez all with home runs. Milton got another stolen base. Brubaker pitched pretty well in this one, 6 1/3, 4 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. In that 7th inning, he had given up a couple of hits and a walk, and then we left him in. He gave up a sac fly, and then we pulled him and brought in Beeks, who gave up a hit and then got out of trouble. So we got the hold there. Then Underwood gets a hold, pitching just 1 batter in the 8th inning. Bednar comes in. The first 4 batters that he faced, he walked. He walks 4 in a row to start the inning, and all of a sudden the game is tied. I left him in, and he managed to get out of it, but he just has been awful. Thankfully, we end up getting the win, but it was ugly, and he has been an issue. I don't really know what to do about it because we don't have any options to go to that would be anywhere near as good as what he gives us. So the Cardinals lost, so it's now a 2-game advantage, as it'll be Milton versus Syndergaard in the next episode to start things off. But if you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.
Good evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?